Daryl, Ray Coffee.
And what do you do for a living right now, Daryl?
I'm a glass blower / lamp worker. Work with glass as an art medium. I sold glass for a long time at shows and art fairs and different types of events, and then moved on to making and building glass, and now working with quartz, glass, art, and running studios and teaching. I make anything from writing pens to functional art pieces to glassware, stemware, quartz, functional pieces and accessories. It is really all over the place. I work with human and animal remains and doing like memoriam type of glass. I really love marbles. There's something about marbles that are just the rotation and just the physics of it and everything. I love the solid work. The different things you can make with it are pretty endless. Besides marbles, I love functional pieces. I love the physics wrapped around a bunch of art. It's a lot of fun. I'm working with a quartz company. I'm soon going to be working at another shop downtown, trying to work with a lot of artists. And I've worked at home for so long by myself that it's become, I need to reach out and work with more people. There's a lot of anxiety, the term blood, sweat, and tears is truly what we put into our glass. Pushing the limit, trying to always better myself. An endless wealth of knowledge in glass. If you think you know everything, you're done learning, in my opinion. So I think with glass, there's so much out there to learn that it's impossible to take it all in. In the end, you got to do it how you want to do it. Me to focus on that and stay able to keep on with my art, but I'm really going to be able to push myself at this new studio, and it's going to be nothing but challenging new techniques, dealing with other artists and doing collabs with them, so just interconnection with people. It's going to be a lot here soon, but to be your own salesperson and marketer and artist and photographer, there's so many jobs in this that I have to rely heavily on my wife. I rely on distributors sometimes. Most of the time I try to do direct from the artist through certain social media platforms and just go into stores myself. This is it. I got some degrees, just don't use them anymore. It just wasn't for me, and I realized I was better with my hands. I just tackled it. It took a few years to get good enough to really make a living at it, and so I substituted part-time jobs until I was good enough to really take on a career in glass. And like I said in the beginning, you have to have so many different types of things under your belt in order to do that. You can't just make pipes or just glasses or trinkets. You have to be able to do all of it, and you have to be able to do it all well in order to have all your eggs in multiple baskets to make a living. In my degrees, I have a double bachelor's, so psychology and therapeutic recreation, and they help when it comes to dealing with people. There seems to be a lot of particular and intricate people to deal with in the glass industry. It helps me to communicate and get around a lot of the drama, I guess you would want to say, in the industry. But at the same time, it really is, the proof is in the pudding. Your product speaks for itself. If you're making really beautiful stuff, you're going to do well. I just didn't really like being in the field where I was passing judgment on certain people and dealing with them in a clinical setting, so that I was having to put them through a certain way of thinking, and I didn't agree with all of it. So I didn't have enough freedom to really work with people the way I thought people needed to be worked with. I know with art, what I'm doing now, it's very fluid in working with any kind of medium, and I don't have to rely on a boss.
Who or what are some of your inspirations for getting into this?
There's a bunch. I mean, and it's from different places too. I love Cesare Tofolo. He's one of the best. Emilio Santini. In the more classic pipe world, banjo is really up there. My friend Nady is just an amazing glass blower in person. I can get caught up, taking a break and watch a whole movie, and then all of a sudden I'm back to work for a few hours. I mean, it's always focused on art expression. It's never going to leave that. But is it lucrative? It's an ebb and flow. And I think the bubble is popped to a certain degree on certain aspects of the industry, but it doesn't mean there isn't another bubble growing in another part of it. It's just it's staying current, understanding the needs of the consumer and what you like to do. So meet your needs as an artist to what